2025. A brand new week is here. Good morning to you. The weekend came and went in a flash, but now it's back to business. A brand new week, a fresh start, and another chance to make a review this morning. Starting off with the News Center newspaper. In fact, they say that detail-driven news. On the front page of the News Center newspaper, had legacy debt reduced from $7.8 million in 2016 to $4.8 million. That's coming from Banda. Also, I will stop at nothing in my daughter's custody battle. Baba Sam stories on page 3 of the paper. You know that the story is one that Sunrise on 3FM will be following up keenly. Bring you details later in the paper. Also coming up on the News Center newspaper, massive shakeup hits NIB, close to 40 transfers, attachments, changes affected. Comes with a picture of Charles Al-Hassan Kipo, the new NIB Director General. And Opon Nkrumah calls for independent labor statistics office. Page 3 of the paper is reporting that story. Clarion call to save actor Mauli Semevo after severe fire burns. A sad incident there, and our thought and prayers are with the family of actor Mauli Semevo. Wish him speedy and a quick recovery. Also on page 8 of the paper, GPH local union opposes protest against new Director General. It comes with Emmanuel Ahin, local union chairman of GPHA, comes with this picture, and that of Brigadier General Paul Siedu Tain Kulonu. Page 8 of the paper is reporting that story. Back page of the paper, Edward Ato Sapon is new MD of ADB. The majority shareholder of ADB has nominated chartered accountant and former Deputy Minister for Communications Edward Ato Sapon as the new managing director of the bank. President accepts Miss Elsie Ado Awaji's early retirement from the Bank of Ghana. There's also ENI CEO pays courtesy call on President Mahama. These are the stories that the News Center is reporting. You go to the Custodian newspaper. On the front page, minority reject buyers Bedra committee. The story is on page 2 of the paper. Comes with a picture of Minority Leader Alexander Piyomaki. Says that the chair of the committee is demonstrating bias, so the minority will not be part of this committee, the ad hoc committee set up by the Speaker to investigate the chaos that happened in Parliament. That's the story there. Page 2 of the paper says there's also, we inherited $7.8 million debt in 2017. Former Hajj Board replies Collins Dauda. Ablakwa opens the Pandora's box, invites probe into his Airport Hills residence. Okio Ablakwa says that the house is not his, does not belong to him, if you like. There's also ex-boss MD Defense Gold for Oil program. Comes with a picture of Dr. Edwin Provincial, the former boss managing director. I'll fight for my precious daughter, Karen Baba Sam assets. These are the stories that the Custodian newspaper is reporting. We go to the Daily Democrat newspaper. Fear grips NPP elements at Bank of Ghana as Dr. Esiama returns. The story is captured on pages 3, 4, and 8 of the Daily Democrat newspaper. Another story on the front page, Big Adu's brother in illegal Galamsey scandal. There's also Honorable Dr. Zenato Ajman Rawlings and the controversial remarks and opinion piece, if you like. And SIC Live Staff welcomes new managing director. Heirs to crown Mama Uga and Mama Ajagba as queen mothers of Bermuda. These are the stories that the Daily Democrat is reporting. Let's take the Daily Statesman from Sixtus Ullo. Sixtus.
And Attorney General under fire 2 weeks into office. Challenge to justify discontinuation of high-profile cases. Comes with a picture of the Dr. Dominic Ayene, Minister of Justice and Attorney General. Dr. Engineer Latte, Engineer Kenzo gets new appointments. APD 2025 Compact unveiled to strengthen Africa's global competitiveness. I think I see the picture of our president, President Mahama, and this one is that's Togo. Yeah, Yasingbe. That's Togo, right?
How do you pronounce his first name?
Four.
Three. Continue.
Four. Charlie, I know be French. Sami Awuku urges reforms in lottery sector. KON calls for independent labor statistics office. These are people just coming out of office, right? Okay.
But if they come out of it, does not mean they should not make calls. They have recommendations they would have wished to implement this year.
8 years.
Yeah.
After 8 years.
They would have done it in the 9th year.
After 8 years. You were in office for 8 years.
On their policy documents, it would have happened in the 9th year.
Crosby.
You go on, continue.
You were in office for 8 years. This independent labor statistics, how many times have we not had discussions about this issue? Government, and he was information minister.
He would have implemented this.
He was information minister. He was part of the people telling us that government has employed 5 billion people. So suddenly we need this office. The conversation we've been having.
So somebody cannot call for independent labor statistics office again.
Money. Former Hajj board refutes claims on legacy debt. Comes with a picture of this is one of my favorite politicians. Former, what's his name again? Let me look for his name. Former chairman of Parliament's Constitution Committee, Alhaji Ben Abdallah Banda. Very soft-spoken, very respectable and respectful and respected. He's a gentleman.
Right, you know him,
I like
him. He's your friend.
No. I covered him a number of times.
Right.
You know, and that was the time that he was chairing the committee, Parliament Constitutional, Legal, Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. That was the name of the committee then. And that was a time that there was a lot of hullabaloo about admissions into the law school, and people were calling for expansion. People were calling for what do you call this one?
The tenure of Wanda Victor Kuto.
And even before that,
this
was 419. Okay. That was
I remember the number, yeah.
Very, very soft-spoken man, a leader. He's a solid man. On the back page of the Daily Statesman newspaper, we are in good position to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. Please stop talking. I don't want any problem. Please take the paper. don't come in.
Why don't you want to read it? They said we're in good position to qualify for 2026 World Cup. Please. That's coming from.
Stop talking. I think he's one of the players.
No, he's an assistant coach.
Imagine, no. Stop talking.
I think he's a new assistant coach of the.
He's new.
Of the Black Stars.
We've always known that. In fact, we are in a position to win the World Cup.
But he's only.
You can't be telling us we are in a position to. We know that. Don't come and tell us.
Charlie, they said the Attorney General is under fire. What has he done?
Let me read the story. But you know that some of his first acts as the Attorney General.
They say he's a new clearing agent in this administration. Is it true?
He hasn't cleared me, so I don't know.
No, they say that Monday. He looks on his timetable. He looks at some court cases. He says discontinue. Discontinuous. one discontinuation.
Private legal practitioner Martin Pebu has challenged the Minister of Justice and Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine to provide clear justifications for the recent discontinuation of several high-profile cases. Speaking on TV3's The Key Points, Mr. Pebu criticized the blanket withdrawal of charges against officials facing trial without any explanation. He noted that such an approach raised public concerns and undermined confidence in the judicial system. And there's a direct quote, "It would be in the best interest of the Attorney General's office and the government to assign reasons to the cases that have been discontinued," he stated. This is why you shouldn't be missing Key Points, hosted by Alfred Okansi. If reasons were assigned to each case, the citizenry could evaluate their merit, but as it stands, no one knows why the state has suddenly lost interest in these prosecutions, he said. So do you now understand?
Oh, we now understand. And I get it that he's not saying that the discontinuation is wrong.
In itself, wrong. No.
He says that provide reasons for the discontinuation. And I think it's a fair call.
No. But
no, people have interest in a lot of these things.
The very learned Martin Pebo also knows that the Attorney General, and it's not just about Dominic Ayine, the Attorney General is not obliged to provide reasons for these actions.
Fair enough.
His call is that, just to put it in context, his call is that give reason for discontinuing the case of Dr. Stephen Kobna Opuni, for instance, a case that has been running for close to 8 years. If or less. Give reasons why you have come into office and you have decided that you don't want to continue with this particular case. Yes, so that the people, you and I, will be at ease and at peace with the decision. And if you read the quote again, Martin Pebo is looking at it from the perspective of the citizens and the perspective of the state. Okay, that public funds have been used to start or initiate these prosecutions.
Right.
So if there's a decision to discontinue after all these years, it is only fair that you let the public know why you are discontinuing. But then again, as I said, and as he knows, the Attorney General is not obliged.
Well, exactly. The Director of Legal Affairs of the NDC, Edwiji Tamaklo, who will be having today, he says the call on the Minister for Justice and Attorney General, Dr. Ayine, to assign reasons for the discontinuation of high-profile cases is unnecessary. So he says the AG has discretionary powers in filing what people call nolle prosequa to discontinue prosecutions, arguing that such decisions should not be questioned. That's what the Director of Legal of the NDC is saying. But a lot of people will disagree. They'll want to get some reasons. And for me, like I was saying, I think is a fair call that, reasons be provided for such.
Let me read out this part.
Continue.
Regarding the specific cases. The government has withdrawn all criminal charges against former that's NDC chairman Samuel Ofosu Ampofo, who was previously implicated in a leak tape case. This decision has led to his appointment as policy advisor for political affairs at the office of the vice president. Similarly, Dr. Keselatu Forsin, who has been facing prosecution over financial malfeasance, has been appointed as finance minister following the withdrawal of all charges against him. Also, Dr. Johnson Esiama, former deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana, has been appointed governor of the Bank of Ghana with all charges against him withdrawn. Before the withdrawal of these cases, Attorney General and Minister of Justice had discontinued the criminal prosecution of a former chief executive of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Dr. Stephen Kobna Opuni.
So how many have you counted so far?
Businessman Seydou Agongo, Ofosu Ampofo, Dr. Keselhaf, Atufosin, Stephen Opuni. There's another one I mentioned before that. So this is 3, right? I have 4. The BOG boss. So 4, I've mentioned 4 cases. 5, Seydou Agongo is number 5. Okay, so Seydou Agongo and Stephen Opuni were accused of causing financial loss of more than 271 million Ghana cedis to the state in a series of fertilizer deals during Dr. Opuni's tenure as Cocoa Board chief. Further, the Attorney General has dropped all charges against a group of individuals linked to the Democracy Hub protest, including activist Oliver Baka Vomawo. The man, they dropped the thing now. You start some again. He doesn't like peace at all. Okay, so against activist Oliver Bakavomawo and social media personality Elom Ama Governor Ababio, popularly known as Ama Governor, the decision filed under nolle prosequa, a legal term meaning the case will no longer be pursued, was presented to the Circuit Court in Accra in January 2025. It means all accused persons are now free, bringing the legal battle to an end. The protesters were arrested after, well, I think we know the background.
What happened, yeah.
So there are also other named individuals here. That's aside Oliver and AMA Governor Michael Amofa, Ne Ayi, Frederick Boateng, Deportee Idrisu Yusuf. Is that a name? Deportee.
There's Rashid Tanko computer. Yeah, reading Deportee. Yeah, surprised.
No, I just want to be sure that is his name, or it's a slang that the paper has added. Some Nikki that we didn't know about. Wendell, Isaac Yeboah, Fanny Otu, Samuel.
In the face of what is happening right now in the US, if your name is Deportee.
Oh, God.
If your name is Deportee, Charlie. But there's a story here, Sixtus, one that we've been following. This is from Baba Sam. He says, I will stop at nothing in my daughter's custody battle. The story is on page 3 of the paper, and I'm sure you know the story. It was one that we've been following up keenly on. So in an emotional and determined declaration, 29-year-old Ghanaian woman, Karim Baba Sam, has vowed to do everything within her power to secure custody of a 5-year-old daughter, calling her child her pride. Ms. Sam affirmed her commitment to ensuring that she grows up in a nurturing environment under her care. So she's currently embroiled in a bitter custody battle with her ex-husband, real estate developer Nana Kojo J, who has publicly spoken about her ordeal. She recounted her challenging past and difficulties she's faced in her previous relationship, but emphasized that her sole focus now is on their daughter's well-being. Well, this is something that we'll be keeping an eye on, and as it unfolds, we'll bring you